Welcome back to R3D Research and Deployment. Today we're going to be setting a live trap to be catching medium to small size animals. We have a little groundhog here on the homestead who likes eating the apples, so stick with us. So we have this groundhog coming up in here for the apples. And obviously they're not big enough to be getting up on the trees. So they're getting all the little half-ripey ones here on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using the same food that he's coming out to munch on. And let's get ourselves a good looking one here. A couple good ones. Here's one. Look at that there. A little bit of red on there. Hold on, let me see if I can't get it in focus better. There we go, look at that. So we'll do this one. And how about this guy right here? Here we go. You don't want them to be too rotten. They're pretty picky as well. So, alright. This is the first part of the bait we're going to be using. Okay, so here's our kind of medium to small size live trap. We've got a couple of apples that we found their current food supply that he or she is munching on at this point in time. Now I'm going to kick it up a notch and I'm going to add some crunchy peanut butter and a little bit of honey. I found the one that has the honey in it is not only good for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which is always the best backup, but it's also good for these ones, for setting them. So I'm going to cut these up, lather them up with some peanut butter and honey, and then I'm going to set it on the back part, on the inside right in there. So the animal has to actually take 2 steps on the trigger pad to actually access. Now their neck is probably going to be about this long, so you want them to take 1-2 steps, and you want them to be on this ridge of the trigger pad. So he or she's just reaching out here. It's not close enough there so they can eat it from the outside on the edges. You want to get it centrally located to where they're not going to be able to access to food from the outside. They're going to have to enter in from the throat, and I'll show you how to actually set this mechanism and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to basically set this type of live trap. And this is a pretty ubiquitous live trap. There's different multiple manufacturers. It basically has a throat. It's got basically a trap, trap door, if you will. That's actually under pressure, so it's actually spring loaded. And you have your triggering pad. So the first thing you're going to do to open this whole door up is there's this little tiny locking pin here. This little locking pin pretty much slides up. You can see what it's doing. It's allowing this, see how it stops this thing right here? That's what actually locks into place. So, you want to basically unlock this here, so this bad boy slides back. And when you continue to push this spring back, you can actually lift the door. Bear with me, it's only one hand. So once the door gets all the way lifted, you can see that's the main throat of it. Now you can see on that triggering pad, it has an actual trigger bar attached to it, and you'll see it has a little tiny, come on now, little tiny hook that wants to hook right in there. When you pull this thing, and it's going to activate this, and it's going to lift up this lift pad. Sorry about the getting not focused here. So you can see how that little bar is catched just a little bit on that thing, and it's connected to the bar that goes down there. And you can see now that trap door, or that trigger pad, is now elevated. So you're definitely wanting to keep the food in there so they actually activate it, and when they go on it and they push it, it's going to look something like this. When they push it, it'll go ba-boom, just like that. So let me go ahead and get it into place where the home is at. I'm gonna get it prepped up and set up, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it's set in place. I have the door all set and ready to go. It's on the side. Let me just kind of get in here and show you a little bit how I've positioned. So there you go. You see I got the apples kind of in the right spot. Not too much. I'm just kind of covering. I also made a choke point. If you can see right here, I've made just a little pathway to make it really super easy, and kind of stood up the tall grass to kind of force this little guy to come into here. And I use the tall grass to my advantage to kind of keep him out. Hey, and I kind of pushed a bunch. Now obviously we don't want to keep grass on your AC, but I basically shoved a bunch of grass to make a little tiny, and it's more of a visual barrier. And I just kind of put this here just so it looks like the grass is there. Alright, well, there you have it. We got it set up. We'll see how it goes for this evening, maybe the next couple days. Hopefully the peanut butter was a nice trick on the current food supply he was already, or she was already eating on. So yeah, we'll get back and we'll have a follow-up review video of what to do when you catch an animal. So this one will just be a live release, and we'll let them go in the woods and just let them know that, hey, this is not the home they want to be making your home at, because this is our home. So we appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely comment below. Give me some ideas on what you think about I've been doing, good, bad. So definitely appreciate the feedback. Ring the bell. Make sure you get notifications of any new videos coming out. All right. Thank you and God bless. Okay, well, it didn't really take that long, just probably about a half a day. We've had the trap out, and I've been out doing some other work on the homestead, you know, just keep myself busy. And lo and behold, within a matter of, I don't know, maybe 4 hours, we got a little something in the trap. Mission accomplished. Okay. Well, we saw we put the throat in there, how we actually wanted him to come in there. We see the door is down shut, and what do we got down here? We got a little guy. Let's go ahead and, now he's probably gonna be a little upset. This is the guy who's been doing this. You can see him kind of baring his teeth, looking at me a little bit, but mission accomplished. We'll go ahead and leave him right there since he's all not kind of pissed off right now. Let him calm down a bit. So, but that's what it is. So you can see where the live trap was. You can see he's been kind of getting around there, and the placement of the food was really particular. So you had to get in the cage, you get in there. Let me see if I can't get a little better shot of him. Yep, see, he's not happy. He's not happy. But this is also the guy who's been getting in the pole barn, and he'll be eating all the apples, and of course on the ground. So it's the food supply is very plentiful around here. So we all get the little varmints, and just want to let him know. I figured it out. It's a boy. I want to let him know that this is our home and we live here, and he's not welcome here. At least not on our home. He can have his own home. So we're gonna go relocate him, and mission accomplished. Stick with us and keep on pumping out cool videos. Well, there you have it, folks. Another successful day of getting trapping critters around the house and under the porch and whatnot, and relocating them back to the woods where they belong. I appreciate you sticking around for the video. Please like, share, subscribe, stick around. Again, comments below, ring the bell so you can get notified when new content comes out, and stick around. We appreciate it.